you just briefly explain Fijian Holdings operations and what the company does, the sort of companies it invests in?
Yes, Fijian Holdings is a 30-year-old company, far back in 1984. At that time, the Great Council of Chiefs made a decision that the indigenous Fijians should have a company on their own, same in line with a company called PNB in Malaysia, which is meant for Bumiputras of Malaysia. Based on the same principle, we started this company in 84 with just 2 million shareholding. Thereafter, we got to 20 million new shareholders. The 22 million share, the price, the capital we injected at that time, after 30 years, has gone up to 200 million. So it's a success story for the indigenous Fijian. If you want to see how successful the indigenous Fijians are, Fijian Holdings is a flagship. So we are extremely proud of what we have achieved. And we are going forward. Our medium-term goal is to become a 500 million company. Right now we are getting closer to 300 million in terms of revenue. Within the next few years we'll be achieving 500 million. And the dreams of my shareholders is that Fijian Holdings become a $1 billion company. It was a dream sometimes ago, but now it's no more a dream. Now it's a hope. And I'm sure within our lifetime it will become a reality. So, so what exactly we do? We are an investment company, holding company. We have made investment in close to 19 companies, out of which 11 are our subsidiaries we manage. There is another 2 associate companies which we have significant influence, and the balance are investment companies. So we are extremely happy, satisfied with the performance of the companies. But once in a way we see that small blips going up and down in certain companies, but we take remedial actions, it turns around very good. So we hardly have loss-making companies. So for last 30 years we have made losses only on maximum 3 companies, and every other time, all other time, we have been positive, we have been really successful.
A record that speaks for itself.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Describe the business culture in PNG and how it's different to other countries like, say, Fiji.
There is no difference in any country, in any countries in the world in terms of business. Business is purely making money, ethically, morally right, and by carrying out a legal business. But PNG is a fast developing country, and when I was there 2 weeks ago, basically I saw that it can be a Melanesian country with an Asian attitude. It's going extremely fast. For last 2 years, too many buildings has come up. New companies are coming up, new business, new activities, new restaurants. So things are moving very fast. So that is what I see. And certain times we see there is a bureaucratic red tape in certain government entities. But I don't think it's a complaint as such. If you know how to get things done and if you follow the right process, anything is possible in PNG. And yes, it's a land of unexpected as well as is a land of opportunities. If you want to grow, you need to be in PNG.
And since FHL's entry into PNG, how attractive is PNG to investors?
I need to admit that we have made some mistakes. In 2009, when we visited PNG, we got into the building and construction sector through starting a concrete ready-mix company. We started with a small capital. We started with only ourselves as a shareholder. So it's self-funding and no joint venture partners. But I strongly believe it's one of the mistakes that we did. I wish we could have gone with some joint venture partners. I believe that we have infused more capital at that time, which we have not done. But since then, we have come a long way. Now we have around 18 staff, out of which only 3 is from Fiji. The balance are from local. So we are running a ready-mix concrete plant in a place called Ahola, and we are moving into a better place in Baroni, which is closer to the port relocation. And we are very optimistic that we will turn around in the coming years. We just invested 5 million kina in the new site. So that is one side of the story. While we are doing that, we also did another one. We also incorporated a holding company in PNG called PHL Holdings Limited. So through that holding company, we want to do more activities in PNG. And in addition to that, when we acquired Fiji Television in Fiji, we automatically got into Media New Guinea Limited. So Media New Guinea, of course, doing very well. But a company doing well doesn't mean that it has a long life. So we are an investment company. If we get the right value, yes, we'll divest. At the same time, if we got the right value, we might buy more companies. We are seriously looking into agriculture sector in PNG, energy, entertainment. So we are looking at the right time, right investment, we will be in.
So what's the reasoning behind the sale of MNL?
If you look at Media New Guinea Limited, it has more than 80% market share and it has been done extremely well for the last so many years. But that doesn't mean your past is not an indicator of the future, because business is a dynamic environment. Things change so fast. For example, as at last month, we have only 2 players in PNG, Kundu and Media New Guinea. So Media New Guinea is doing extremely well. But the thing is, going forward, very soon we are going to see PNG TV, or a company part of Click TV, and we are also going to see DigiTV. So competition is coming up. Competition is good for consumers because it provides a choice for consumers. So in that process, though the consumer benefit, it also gives an opportunity for existing players to either expand or to divest. So at this stage, we have invested in Media New Guinea. We have made a lot of money, and it's our choice whether we should sit and compete with the big boys or serious market players or divest. So the FHL, Fiji Television Board, which owns Media New Guinea, made a decision. It's better to look at divesting option, because that will strengthen Fiji Television in Fiji, and also the incoming media law in PNG might restrict our shareholding. So we were initially looking at divesting 20% or 30% or 50%, but we just signed a memorandum of undertaking with Telecom PNG, which is owned by government of PNG, and we are looking under this agreement. We are giving time from now until 30th November for Telecom PNG to do a complete due diligence and to make us an offer. So they may make an offer for 51% or 100%. So depending on the value they are attaching, we might make a decision. If it is good, we'll sell it. If it is not good, we'll say thank you very much. We'll run it as much as possible. But it doesn't mean you're going to have 90% of the media market share in next months to come. When competition means your market share will go down. It also means your advertising rates, your other prices need to be competitive. And it also means there is a bigger opportunity for your own staff. They might get lucrative offers. So it's very challenging to live in a competitive market.
So Telecom is a SOE owned by the government of PNG.
Yes. Yep.
The government's track record when dealing with SOEs of businesses in the country has a lot left to be desired. Do you think it's wise to sell majority of shares to Telecom?
As I said, we have signed a memorandum of undertaking for them to look at Media New Guinea and make an offer. But my interest as a director of Fiji Television, as a director of Media New Guinea, to look after my shareholders. If I can increase the shareholder value, I have to do anything what is right. We have to work as directors. Our fiduciary duty is the best interest of the company. So if we get the right price, yes, why not? Lot of companies have been bought and sold in this world. So why not this if you are getting the right price? Because tomorrow, next year after next, we might sit and regret if you don't sell it right now.
So underlying interest is the shareholders.
Shareholder value is the core principle of any company. So as long as it is going up, we are fine. But if it goes down, as directors, we are responsible. So we keep that in mind, and we'll see what the offer from Telecom PNG. If it is good, let's take it. If it's not good, again I wish to say, we will continue as it is. But going forward means you need to infuse a lot of capital, and it's very challenging. You need to have more staff. So we need to be ready for that. So that what make us think whether we should expand or divest.
And if it does go ahead, would it be a public-private partnership agreement?
Need not be, because if the Telecom PNG is willing to buy only a small stake, we don't mind staying there and let's give the management to them. But if they want to buy 100%, which we don't know what they're going to make, if they're going to buy 100%, if the price is good, let them. Because we are an investment company. No? We can't be emotionally attached to a business. That's absolutely wrong. If the price is right, we need to sell it. Because we always, again, as I said, the past is not an indicator of the future. The future is in a dynamic environment. So the market is being fragmented, the customer is becoming sophisticated, and the market is changing. So if you want to really play a game, you can have lot of thoughts and you have lot of experience, but nobody can predict what's going to happen in the future. So therefore, if you get a right price, we are willing to sell. This is the decision made by the directors of Fiji Television Limited. So because their interest is the shareholder value. So let's look at that. So we can't make any comment now until we get an offer. So let's wait for it. If you make offer, yes, the directors again will evaluate and let them make a right decision.
Are you hoping to retain about 20% of the shares if the telecom sale does?
We love to keep 49% and sell 51% if they like to, but it's very difficult to for a government entity to do that. So which means they need the government approval. A lot of approval is required to keep a PPP. But definitely we'll be extremely happy 49%. But even if they give 15%, we are happy to keep it and let them take the balance. And
but you are hoping to retain some
definitely,
shares?
we have made a request also that we want to keep a small percentage.
Okay.
And it will be a win-win for both television companies.
So just lastly, what further ventures would Fijian Holdings like to pursue in PNG in the future?
So yes, this visit to PNG last week gave us a lot of opportunities. We are seriously looking at an agricultural venture. We are looking at entertainment business. We are looking at energy. So as an investment company, we continue to explore opportunities in the market. So the right opportunity at the right price, we are in. Because we always look at how we can enhance our shareholder value. So if you see a good company which is about to grow with the right management and the right price, we are in. So right now we are looking at few companies in PNG. Definitely we love to get into agriculture, we love to get into entertainment and love to get into energy. So we are looking at few, but it might take time. Acquiring an investment is not an easy thing. It might take 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. So some of our successful investment has taken years. For example, Fiji Television took close to 15 months to complete the acquisition, far back in 2012-13. So similarly, it will take time, but we got a desire, we got a wish for PNG. We want to be there, and we want to grow in PNG because we see the opportunities in PNG.
A very interesting point to say that FHL is an investment company, doesn't get emotionally attached to any of its investments.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you're asking me whether we are making any other companies for sale, I think you must look at our balance sheet. In our balance sheet, all our investment is categorized under available for sale, and we meant it. Though it's accounting standards, we also meant this. Any of our investment, if you're getting a good price, definitely we'll sell it off. Because that is our skills. We can take a company, turn around, make it growth potential, get the right value. So if somebody is willing to offer the right price, we are willing to sell. For example, next year we are seriously looking at making one of our company public in Fiji. So it is one of our flagship companies. But still we have made enough money, we give opportunity to the others, and we see there is a potential for the company to grow with being a public company. I also wish to say that one point in PNG is very important. In Fiji, we are an indigenous company. Most of the things we are really proud what we do. We can't go to PNG and do the same thing without giving an ownership to the PNG people. No? So it's not fair. So another reason why we thought of PNG is it's a PNG media company. Media New Guinea is a PNG media company. Why not you share with them? Because they are the owners. Basically, they are the owners of the land. They are the customers. So it's not fair. We go there, always make money using their own customers. But we have made enough. So isn't it better for us to share with them a little bit of it? We love if they buy little, but if they want to buy more, still they can buy. And we'll be happy with a small percentage if they like. But if they want to buy the whole thing, it's a different story. But it's important, if you go to a foreign country, develop a business, and to share with the people of that country. We feel the same in Fiji. So I think we want to share the same thoughts with the people of PNG.
So if the time is right, you wouldn't mind selling our Fiji TV?
Selling Fiji TV, we have not done anything as such. There was a question asked earlier also. But we have not spoken to anybody as such. We have not given Fiji television for anybody to sell as such. But it's a listed company. Anybody in Fiji can buy shares in Fiji Television. So similarly, anybody can sell also. But at this stage, Fijian Holdings is not yet thought of selling Fiji Television. But if somebody is willing to come and give us a good price, we are in. Because as I clearly said, not only Fiji Television, any company in the group, if somebody is willing to pay the right price, I mean a premium price, it's up for sale.